Hi guys, how are you all doing? So as promised, today I'm going to share how I got pregnant super quick in just one try. So before I even move on to that, let me start by saying that in order to get pregnant faster, you need to be in sync with your body. You need to know your body well. And the key to getting pregnant faster is to know when you're ovulating. The key is to track your ovulation, and once you know that, you can successfully get pregnant faster. Now, before I even start, I need to explain what ovulation is in case you do not know. Cycle on average, like the menstrual cycle on average is of 28 days. Now it can vary, it can be 28 days, 30 days, 34 days. If it is irregular, it can be even more, like the cycles could be very long. So I will be considering a 28 days cycle just to explain. From the day 1 of your period to day 15 of your period is the pre-ovulation phase, and then you ovulate on day 14, 15, 16, in between these 3 days, and then 2 weeks after that is when you get your next period. अभी सबके ये dates same नहीं होते, everybody is different. Ovulation could be few days before or after the predicted dates. Hence, it is important to keep a track of when you normally ovulate. Now, even if you have a 28-day cycle, you cannot really be sure and tell that okay, you are going to ovulate on day 15 or day 14. If you are doing this for the very first time, maybe you can take a cycle or two to really understand when you usually ovulate. Funny story, I'm sure this is very relatable to you as well. जब हम छोटे होते हैं, like when we are in school or in college, our parents are so protective, as if even if a guy looks at us, we are going to have a baby, or even if we have sex once, we are going to have a baby. So इतना easy नहीं है. You really need to understand your body to even get pregnant. काफ़ी बार लोग बहुत ही lucky हो जाते हैं, like they don't even need to do any of this, and वो बहुत ही जल्दी pregnant हो जाते हैं. But there are couples who can take months and years to get pregnant. So this video is going to be of immense help. If you are struggling with getting pregnant, I was not at all struggling. I just wanted to experiment, and I just wanted to see if this works. Also, I really wanted to be in sync with my body. मुझे इतनी कुछ जल्दी नहीं थी to get pregnant. I thought maybe I would take 6 to 7 months to get pregnant, but मेरा 1 month में ही हो गया, which is so good. What I did is cervical mucus charting to track my ovulation and just to know my entire cycle. So there are actually बहुत सारे different methods as well, called as basal body temperature monitoring, wherein you check your basal body temperature first thing in the morning and do charting. I have a separate article on this and a lot of other things as well, which I will be linking in the description in case you want to know them in depth. Next is the cervical mucus charting जो मैंने किया. Then there's also this method wherein you check the position of your cervix to know what stage you are in your cycle. But वो इतना reliable नहीं है, क्योंकि काफ़ी बार होता ये है कि cervical opening कभी ऊपर हो जाता है, कभी नीचे हो जाता है. Like you cannot really know वो कितना high है या कितना low है. So I wouldn't really recommend that. Then there's also charting that you can do using ovulation strips. Now India में ovulation strips are very very expensive. So if you want to check your ovulation throughout the cycle, it is going to be very expensive. And पता नहीं इंडिया में ही इतना expensive क्यों है. Like on Amazon.com they are very cheap. सिर्फ इंडिया में ही नहीं है. I really hope कि आगे जाके कभी ovulation strips readily and cheaply available ho. So out of all these methods, I think checking your cervical mucus is the easiest way to track your ovulation and to know कि साइकिल के स्टेज पे आप हो. So I will be showing you my chart, like my actual chart, वो charting जो मैंने किया है while I tracked my cervical mucus and my cycle. I'm going to show you that chart and tell you वो chart मैंने कैसे बनाया है and what means what. So you can also do the same. But before that, let me tell you how to check your cervical mucus. So I would recommend you do this first thing in the morning. Wash your hands thoroughly. You do not want to insert dirty hands. And this is TMI, as I mentioned in my previous pregnancy video, that all my pregnancy related videos are going to be TMI, that is too much information. So yeah, so after you're done washing your hands, wipe them. You want your fingers to be dry so that you know कि तुम्हारा mucus dry है, wet है, कैसा है. So after your fingers are dry, sit or stand in a comfortable position and insert 2 fingers deep inside, near to your cervix, and scoop out the mucus and check in between your fingers like this. Now I also have a separate article on what a typical cervical mucus looks like and what it means. So you want to be looking at fertile mucus that looks like egg whites. It is totally transparent and stretchable, very stretchable. So I have an article on that with pictures in case you want, like, those are infographic pictures, not real pictures. So it is linked in my description in case you want to go and check that out. Please do. So let's get on with the charting. So this is my cervical mucus chart. So this is the cycle day, that is cycle day 1, day 2, day 3. This is the first day of my menstrual cycle. This is the date. Now here I have written my observations on my cervical mucus, and here I have written whether it's period or days that I had sex. So this heart right here means I had sex. So so on days that I had my period, I have written period, and spotting is obviously spotting. So this is now very personal and this is so embarrassing, but this is what happens when you're married. I had sex on day 5 and it was spotting. So I had dry days after my period, and then like the red squares right here and the hearts right here is sex, or days that I had sex. So the key to catching your fertile period is to making sure that you are doing it every alternate days or once every 2 to 3 days. So from day 8 to day 12 it was like normal white non-stretchy cervical mucus, and I caught the egg white cervical mucus on 2 days, that is 14 and 15, which means I ovulated on any one day, maybe 14, maybe 15, or even maybe 16. So we made sure that we baby dance or have sex on both the days. Then I actually stopped checking my cervical mucus on day 22nd of my cycle, that was 28th of the month. So yeah, this was the charting that I did, and I was successful in getting pregnant. So in case you also want to make the chart, you can maybe follow the same format that I have done. So yeah, this was it. If you are checking your basal body temperature, even that you can add in this chart. So that's about it. That's exactly how I got pregnant in just one try, by tracking my ovulation. I do not really have a format of the chart, but you can definitely go back and see the table that I have made and make a similar table if you want. So yeah, do let me know if you have tried any other method of charting in the comments below and help others maybe. And I will be back with a very interesting pregnancy video very soon, so stay tuned, and I shall see you all maybe next week. So yeah, bye.